Jack.
Yeah?
I gotta show you this kids' film to prove to you, once and for all, that dark themes in kids' films aren't always the best ideas.
Not now, Gina. First, I have to find the 3 sacred memes of Jack Chats. Boom Boom, Canada, and the Hidden Yang. And then I have to throw this rockin' Halloween party to read. Even though it's nowhere near Halloween, but that's just how popular we are. And then, and only then, can I watch this movie with you.
Wait. This is the same thing we did last season, except more convoluted.
Is it really? What's up, my fellow pandas? Jack here, and welcome back to Jack Chats. Today, I am joined by Gina.
Hello.
And Reed. Cue the meme. And of course, the always wonderful, always amazing Boom Boom the Panda. And Canada the Beaver. So, today we are...
Well, what do you think we're here for?
You did this to us, you know.
You guys reviewed Daddy of a Zombie and...
We watched this movie twice now.
We hated it, we despised it, and then everyone's like, we want more.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is what we get, I guess. We've opened the gates
What
of hell and we're here now. We've done it. We're here. We're reviewing Mommy I'm a Zombie, the sequel to Daddy I'm a Zombie. I'm gonna tell you now, this is bad. This is a bad movie. And with that, let's move on to... And we're back with the story.
Why do you hate us? We love you, Jack Chats viewers.
Fellow pandas, we love you guys, but apparently you don't love us. If you love us, like and subscribe to Parnell Animation.
What a guilt trip!
Come on.
Listen, man, we're so close to 100, I can taste it.
What a jackass.
But anyways, so with the story, my God, this is a mess. Okay, so we got Dixie just a little bit after the first movie.
Oh no, we're just gonna cover that recap.
Oh yeah, first
Oh, yeah.
There was a recap. Like, this was like previously on Avatar.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And it already had us going 2 minutes into the movie.
We did last 2 minutes of pausing and screaming at the TV.
Yeah.
First of all, this recap claims that Goner, when he betrayed them, it was because he was after the Azov. But he gave them the Azov. The recap alone creates a plot hole. So you know what we're in for.
It was like, then I remembered I trusted Goner again. Because he came, initially, it was his plan to retrieve the Azov from whatever bonsai chick's name is. And I'm all like, Goner, you took the thing from Dixie.
Yep.
I think you got your villain skewed here.
Goner's the real villain in this show.
Goner? Talk. Let's continue forward. I'm gonna be fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I
Fine.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Jack.
It's okay.
It's called
We already
Jack.
watched the movie. We have to tell the people.
We're just having
Okay.
2 minutes through. Come on.
We have to warn them.
Okay. I'm here.
It's only 2 minutes. We're going
It's so hard. Okay, so
Story.
Dixie, just a little bit after the first movie, is popular now. Don't know how it happened so
She
fast.
smiled.
She smiled once and everyone's like, hey, we like you. She's actually being encouraged to run for student council president, which is never addressed again, by the way. And it's against some Penelope chick who everyone's like, we don't like her. Even though every time we see her, she's either reading or being perfectly friendly. So I don't know why they don't like her. They really should like her. Drives me a little insane. Show don't tell movie. Show don't tell.
Okay.
And then she's all like, yo, we gotta throw this rockin' Halloween party for everyone. Yeah, let's do that at Mom's place. And Dad's like, I'm a little jealous. Then 5 minutes later, he's not jealous, because let's just drop more story arcs, why don't we? Just start them and drop them.
Are you okay? Do you need a break?
Suddenly, appendicitis and
Suddenly appendicitis.
I forgot about the appendicitis.
and freaking
zombies, they're back. ISIS, I mean, is. We gotta, I don't wanna, trigger anyone here. So we're gonna call her Is again. Is and Goner, stupid Goner, they're back and they're like, hey, Proshka's back or whatever. It's like, okay, sure, but the Azov doesn't have power. What do? We go to the hippie dude and we find the elements, like we're Aang or something.
More Avatar references.
Yeah. And then we're just gonna collect them to somehow unite the zombies and humans as one.
Guardians unite.
Even though, in reality, through most of the movie, Dixie's constantly saying how zombies should be separate from humans, so I don't know why.
We have like the zombie-human segregation plot going on.
There is, but the thing is, Dixie's sudden revelation is not built up to. It's just like, hey, zombies and humans should be separate. Zombies and humans should be separate. And then suddenly at the end she's like, we must be together, because I am both. And it's like, where are you pulling this out of? Huh? Could you always turn into a zombie at will? What's the point of this? But anyways, so that's basically the story of this stupid movie. Also, by the way, the zombie army doesn't have silly hats anymore, and I'm upset. This movie sucks. What do you guys think of the story?
This movie sucks because zombies don't have silly hats.
Exactly.
Well then.
It was a nice little touch in the last movie.
Who's going
and
on?
now they're just straight up copy and pasted.
What do you want? Do you want to read?
We can start with Reed.
Let's start read.
I don't know what I can say that Jack hasn't already said. If you didn't get a grasp of the story from his frustrations, then I can't help you, okay? Because this movie just was so all over the place.
Suddenly appendicitis.
Suddenly appendicitis. That is exactly right. Just so many story arcs formed and were dropped, and it was really hard to follow. As someone who's seen it twice now. So, help. Please, let there be no more sequels to this.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
I've heard rumors about a 3, so...
I mean, given how some of the circumstances ended, I could see it, but...
Yeah, probably.
We suffered.
Gina, what do you think?
And don't get me wrong, this movie had way more plot lines than it needed. But I will say that there was some kind of establishment why Dixie changed. Spoiler cats. Is dies. Also in a very Kingdom Hearts-like fashion.
It's literally shot for shot the Kingdom Hearts intro. Like, guys, I think I'm gonna put it on Twitter at some point. I'm just gonna pair it up with the music, because I can't do that on YouTube copyrights, but I'm like, if you guys want to see
maybe
it,
you can like put the
go to my
screenshots and pair that
go
up
to
or
my
something.
go to my
Like,
Twitter or my Instagram.
It's hilarious.
Put them on after we record this, like for the review. So
It was my
But
favorite
yeah.
part watching this movie.
So like, maybe she's like, oh, you know what? Because of me saying 2 worlds can't be together, I lost a good friend, and also my other good friend died. Like she was Riku or something.
yeah,
And so I'm like, maybe she was like, and then she was like, that's who you really are, Dixie Grimm. And she was just like,
I am water.
She went
fire,
all kind of
earth,
I'm
and
water,
air.
fire, earth, and air! Hope, spirit, love, passion!
Guardians unite!
Let our powers combine! Turn into a zombie. All that jazz. So the story, what I thought of it, it was very busy. Very, very busy. There was a couple plot points. Like, why was there an election going on? We didn't really pay a lot of attention to that.
Who
There
won
was-
the election?
There was
That's a good question.
Goner had this plot line where he's trying to get with Dixie. Where did that story go? It didn't even conclude. Goner was just kind of left hanging in the end.
Yeah.
Dixie's trying to get with this other guy. That didn't conclude either. It's never revealed where that goes. Her ex-best friend from the other movies mad her. That doesn't get concluded. The class president. That doesn't get concluded. Nothing gets concluded. In fact, it's so much so doesn't get concluded that Dixie passes out at the end. Spoiler cats. Dixie passes out at the end of the movie thanks to the heart turning into a shield, and then they're like, suddenly appendicitis, and then the movie
A
resets.
second time.
Suddenly
Yeah.
the movie resets. So it's like nothing happened, but something did happen because the dead crown of Isis comes in.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, so we had like, I don't know how many plot lines. And we didn't finish a single one, except for the dance. Good job, movie.
Yeah.
Good job.
This story
I think.
is the worst I've ever seen in a movie ever. And Gina and I, we purposely scope out bad shows and movies to make fun of for
I don't know,
fun.
Kiara the Brave though.
No, this is worse of a story than Kiara the Brave. I hate this movie more than Kiara the Brave. I've never hated something so much since I hate this movie. This
Oh
movie
my
is
Lord.
horrible. It is terrible.
Okay.
My god, this story is such a jumbled, unfocused mess. Like you said, nothing gets concluded. There's suddenly appendicitis everywhere.
Appendicitis.
Like, it's,
We got a minute left for this
yeah.
segment.
It's just,
ISIS.
this is,
Appendicitis.
it's, okay, remember with the first movie, I said something. I said, when I summarize this movie, it makes perfect sense. But if you watch this movie, it makes no sense. And then with the SpongeBob movie, I said, if you summarize this, it makes no sense. But if you watch it, it makes perfect sense. This, if you summarize it, it makes no sense. If you watch it, it makes no sense. It just makes no sense. It's a mess no matter how you look at it. And that's the story. Now we're going to move on
Also
to...
Petey.
Yeah. Petey. Now we're moving on to... And we're back
I'm looking for characters.
with characters, like Gina said. Gina,
We can't even remember their names.
we can't, because they're just that bad. End of
I
characters.
don't remember the hippie's name. I got everybody down. Just not the hippie.
Okay, you got them all here. You got them on... She's got the wiki. So we're gonna go with characters. We're gonna start with Dixie. Reed, you're taking Dixie.
Dixie, okay. Half zombie, half mortal. Kind of a dick to her friends sometimes. And secretly Hannah Montana representative.
I'm just gonna put it down and give up.
And Montana represent.
Yay.
Gina, you're gonna take Iz's.
Is I kind of feel bad for her then. Like
She was treated like crap this
she
movie.
was was pushed. This okay. First of all, suicide is never an okay thing.
Never.
Never okay. Let's just get the thing straight. But this character was kind of in an odd way pushed towards her death. Let's put it that way. She was told earlier in the movie by Goner that she should take an eternal snooze and stay that way. In fact, the whole movie she was basically told to shut up. And then Dixie
Really told her to kill herself.
and then she approaches Dixie around the final third of the movie saying, "We gotta find the last element." And Dixie was like, "What are you talking about? This is not my business. You go out and do yourself. Who you think that I should get it? You should be the brave one. Why? It's none of my business." And you're like, you're the one just staying in the background doing nothing. You do it. And she just slammed the door on her friend and said, "We're not friends anymore," and stuff like that, and all that drama. And so, like, between being told that she should shut up and that she should die and that she should basically go risk her neck to the water element, by the way, which again kills zombies. Hey, do you mind like standing in
Yeah,
that
that's actually
poisonous
consistent.
gas to get the poisonous gas element? Yeah, thanks.
Also, that's actually consistent in this movie. Sunlight still isn't.
Yeah, unfortunately it is consistent because she dies.
Yeah.
So
I still don't understand how a zombie that's already dead dies, though, but okay, whatever.
So, I just kind of feel bad for Isis in this movie. Up next, that wasn't a sentence. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I forgot.
You know, Isis
I'm
was
rusty.
mishandled. I'm gonna take Goner this time.
Go have fun.
There's a lot less to say about Goner.
Get him.
There's not much to say on him. Goner is irrational in this movie. I think it's supposed to say it, because he's all like, "Ay, Dixie, you're me hearty. You're in me hearty."
That's a good impression.
I told you that.
Yeah, I
line.
know. Thank you, Gina, for that. But anyways, he's all like, and he's like, "Why do you want to sleep when I'm here?" And she's like, "Cause I haven't slept in 3 days." And I'm like, let the girl sleep, honestly, dude. Like, just, like, all he did the whole movie was hit on her, and then when she didn't reciprocate anything, I think I said that wrong.
But
Anyways,
she didn't respond.
when she didn't respond, whatever. magic mending, fix it. Or just emphasize it for comedy. Reciprocate anything. Reciprocate anything. Reciprocate anything.
You an ass.
Editing me's a jerk. And he's like, oh, you don't love me back, do you? I'm going to leave and betray again.
Let's go.
You know what?
Let's go.
Also, his voice actor, you can't understand a word he says. His voice actor. And he goes off to betray them again, and then that's it. There's no closure to that storyline. It happens
Thank
and
you,
it ends.
Connor. I just stood here.
Yeah, at the end he shows up for a second. She goes, "Thank you, Connor," and he literally just stood there.
Yeah.
He contributes nothing. He's a worthless character. So,
Good way to end off on him.
Reed, do you want to take on Peroshka?
Oh God. Yeah, sure. Okay, so Broshka. Let's see. Psycho ghost with an axe in her hair who has a thing for Goner and kind of uses him to turn him against everyone else. But okay, not too much happens.
This character's very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it's a 3D CG movie.
In fact, she's probably less active in this movie as a character, I'd say.
Yeah. At least in the last movie she had the whole traitor thing going.
Also, she's a dick to cats,
Yeah, those poor kitties.
including Petey.
Rip Petey. Petey was the best character in the movie.
How could they do this?
And that bird.
And that
And
bird.
the bird. That
This-
sounded like a man screaming.
this bird in the movie. And it just sounds like a middle-aged man screaming, yeah. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Yeah.
They tried.
Jeez,
That was bad. We had like
Nebulosa.
3 minutes. of that.
Nebulosa, taking some classes in meditation. It's not working out so well. Yeah, that's about it. She's still evil and angry, but she has scented candles now. Oh,
Exactly. That's her whole character
evil,
development.
but with scented candles.
And I'm gonna take care of Hippie Dude. I don't remember his name, and I don't care at this point, because the movie doesn't care. Why should I? I said that last review, I'm saying it again.
Okay.
He's Hippie Dude. That's all he is. He knows all. He has a motorcycle, and he's a hippie, and they reuse his animation a lot. Yeah, I believe that's all the characters, right?
Petey.
Oh, Gina, do you want to take care of Petey?
Precious cinnamon bun.
Alright, Petey.
Deserved better. But at least Petey got a good ending, so I'm happy.
Sort of. He's dead. What did you guys think of the characters, Reed?
I don't know. Like, honestly, like, usually there's some characters I like. In this one, I either was just neutral about them or just didn't like them. There wasn't really any characters I liked, to be honest. I guess the dad was alright.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Gina?
Well, I'm not gonna go on another rant like last time. I'll try not to at least. But last time I had a huge complaint department on Goner. Now, okay, both Goner and Dixie are jerks. So
Perfect!
they're perfect for each other. I approve. No, I don't. Goner is now like, "Hi, Dixie, you want to be with me?" And she's like, "Nah, but you already covered that." So Goner's like been told by Peroshka, she doesn't love you anymore. She likes Marlman. That's my best Peroshka.
That's actually pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good impression.
And then he's like, "No, not I, Dixie, be different. Yee, I don't know how to do this anymore.
Yee?
Yee!"
Yee! Yee!
And then he goes off all like, "Nah, Dixie, be different." And Dixie's like, "Oh, they trapped him in my Goner in a box. So no, I don't know him. We don't date. He's disgusting, horrid. He can probably hear me, but it's cool." Comes back an hour later. "Oh, Goner, by the way, I had to totally slam you in front of everyone just so to set you free. But yo, what you said, you could have done that a different way. You didn't have to go that far, girl, okay?" And he's like, "Dixie's a jerk," and he just goes after Peroshka again. Oh, great, the 300-year relationship's back on. Hallelujah. And I'll try to wrap it up. And then he betrays her, so she betrays him, and then he betrays her, so they're both traitors. Yay! Characters.
And that never gets resolved. These characters are awful. I have to say more. I guess I do because it's a freaking review, but my god, they're so one-dimensional in this movie. At least in this first movie, they tried to some extent. They failed miserably, but they tried. This one, they didn't try. They gave up. These characters, my god, these characters. Everything about this movie is just. This is how not to make a movie. That's what this is.
Didn't like 3 million go into this or something?
Yes, 3 million Canadian dollars went into this film.
Yeah.
Yep. So with that, we're moving on to, and we're back with Execution. I'd love to kill this movie.
Me too. I think we have a special rant.
Yes, I think
today.
Reed has another background rant for us. So let's
do.
start with Reed today.
Yay.
I only have one question to ask the people who made this movie. Where are the trees, people? There was one single tree in every single shot they did with trees. It was the same shot. It was the same tree. I can't stress this enough. They had, at least they cut out the number of background animators this time. So I can't hit them that hard.
There's only 2 now.
There's only 2.
30.
They fired the rest because they realized they weren't doing anything. They were looking at this one tree and like, it's good, let's keep using it. And they did. And don't get me started on characters, because those background characters, if you watch the classroom scene, we had to rewind it, because every time they showed the one, like certain people, they would do the exact same animations every time they looked at them. It was kind of ridiculous. Oh, God. Background characters, please. I can't deal with it, Jack.
You got any more?
I don't even know where else to go.
Repeated models? I don't know.
Oh god, yeah. Like if you look at the carnival scene, everything, as Jack had said earlier, everything is the same model as the dad and the mom, just in different clothing colors and whatnot, and they all have ridiculously large pants for some reason. They look like they're wearing like the inflatable pants from SpongeBob when he wanted to fly. It's ridiculous. But I'm not going to tackle too much else because I know you both probably have some good stuff to say.
Oh, I got stuff to say, but let's go to Gina.
I don't know, because like Reed tackled kind of what I want to say.
I literally have written down timestamps and stuff I got to say.
There's a couple weird lines after lines.
Oh
For
yeah.
instance, Broshka comes in and she's all like, "My lady, I have it!"
Oh, yeah.
And then Nebulosa's like, "Broshka, do you have it?"
It's the best line in the movie.
It reminds me of that scene in Sonic 06 where Elise throws Sonic the Chaos Emerald and Sonic stops, looks at it, looks back, looks at it. I've got it! And then stops again to look at it.
It's like, I'm sure someone, is anybody editing the script or editors? Jack thinks the
What, they
editors
had, like,
screwed up.
5
And if the editors didn't screw up with which animation should have went where, and the writing is that's how it's written, is anybody editing the script? I actually have to look me in the eye and tell me you edited the script, because like, my lady, we have it. Oh, Peroshka, do you have it? How do you miss that? How do you miss that? It's about the same, like, it looks the same. You know, that doesn't get your eye? So, like, I think that's my weird, that's the biggest line pick I can think of. There's a couple other weird things. I can maybe check my phone. I'm gonna go to you, and go back to my phone and see what notes I took for
Okay, so I have actual notes because there was so much stuff. I had to write it down. I timestamped stuff for my editing self. I titled the document, "This Movie Sucks," with an X. Because I was feeling angry and edgy about it. So, at 7:50, I'm not going to name off all the timestamps.
Sometimes.
I'm going to. Goddard jumps off.
Oh, yes.
I think it was a
Oh,
tree.
yeah.
Right? This is another continuity error, by the way. Continuity error. Just like the running upstairs, they learned nothing from the last movie. They learned nothing. I tell you, they've learned nothing. So he jumps off the tree. It's a crotch shot, by the way. We're looking right up there, right? And he's falling down. Then we cut to another shot, and we see him. All of a sudden, he's higher than what he was last shot we left off, and falling to the ground. So which means This movie is telling me Connor jumped off, started to fall, teleported a couple centimeters higher, and resumed to
It
fall.
looked like he moved like a meter forward.
It's like he's freaking Little Mac in recovery mode here. Like, you know, Little Mac can't recover. He's like, hey, I'll fall off the stage. Oh, what's this? Recover? Oh no, I couldn't grab on the ledge. I'm falling. I'm Little Mac.
Where is this going?
But anyways, and then there's just the lighting. My God, what happened to this lighting? Sometimes characters are randomly glowing. I don't know why. Everything looks more plasticky in animation all of a sudden. When last time it kind of like sometimes looked like this Tim Burton stylization. The other times just looked like other garbage. This time it just looks like someone took a bunch of dolls and said, "This is good," and just tossed them onto a shelf. And said, "There's our movie. That's it. That's what it looks like now." And oh my God, the color, the color.
Oh yeah, the color grade.
There's one scene where they're talking, right? And the over shoulder on Dixie. This isn't too far from Connor jumping down, by the way, so I should be able to easily find it. So, Dixie and Izz are talking. So, on Dixie, we can see there's a tint of green with the colors. Then we come back to Izz's, tint of green. Then we come back to Dixie, and there's a tint of yellow all of a sudden. What happened? What happened here? It's basic color correction can fix this. I can fix this in editing right now. Okay, so it's been a couple days since we recorded this now, but I just couldn't get this off my back. I have to show you guys this. I'm going to teach the creators of this movie basic color correction, because this scene is driving me nuts. So if you notice, here, there's a green tint on the face in the background, but wait for the next shot. It's gone. It's just gone. So here's how we fix it. Is I'm going to go back a few frames, like so. Probably doesn't have to be that accurate. This is just demonstration. And I'm going to cut the scene so it doesn't stay together. They wouldn't have to do this in the actual movie. Now I'm going to take a 3-way color corrector, drag it in there. And then we just take this wheel here, and bada bing. They look the same. They actually match now. That's all you have to do. That's it. It's that simple. Anyone can fix this.
Also, I think I've thought of some more execution points. Now,
Go ahead.
I remember things now. Thank you for refreshing my memory. So sometimes there'd be background characters that were there and then disappeared. Mm-hmm. Like, especially a lot of zombies. And sometimes the rigging was very, very off. And sometimes characters would move through other characters. Like remember the zombie scene with the buff?
Yeah, the buff zombie at the end just walks through a bunch of zombies.
Yeah, that was odd. Another huge point that I can't believe I forgot to bring up, the voice acting. What was that one guy talking about? Like, it's like, oh no, I'm stuck, not my pants again.
Oh
like,
yeah.
The voice
His
acting.
voice in general was
like,
really bad.
What was going on? Was there a director? So some voice acting could absolutely use some work. Also, I think we already talking about execution of the story, where a lot of plot points concluded, and also a lot of characters that you were supposed to establish as being negative weren't established as being negative. Like, what was the girl with who was doing the election?
Penelope. Okay.
I wanted to call her Polly.
Her name's Penelope. Penelope's all like, oh, Penelope sucks. She shouldn't be president anymore. What do we see her first time we see her? She's in the background reading a book.
I mean,
and it's like, okay, she reads books, so what's the next time we see her? Oh, Dixie walks by her in school, she's like, hey Dixie, how's it going? Very nicely. And it's like, when's the third time we see her? Oh, she runs away from some zombies by climbing onto a Ferris wheel.
Which was a dumb idea.
Getting to high ground isn't that bad.
It's gonna come back down.
Yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, you're right.
It's a Ferris wheel.
But like, other than that, she seems like a perfectly nice girl. What's the problem with her? Yeah. You guys keep saying she's terrible. She shouldn't be president.
We need someone new. But if she's doing a good job, I mean, maybe there's a reason why she's won since kindergarten. I don't know. You didn't really tell me, movie.
She seems super nice.
Yeah.
Also, who won the election?
Look, nothing got concluded. We just gotta deal with it because of appendicitis. So.
Appendicitis.
I love it.
Alright.
My God, this is bad. Everything about this is wrong.
Any other final thoughts on this before we finish up the execution segment?
The only other thing I was going to say in regards to Jack's comment about lighting is that it raises questions whether the lighting was just confusing or if they were out in daylight sometimes. Because it looked like that a few times.
They totally were.
So,
They were out in daylight again, even though daylight kills them, and they emphasize it more this time.
Yeah.
All the same plot holes are back, and then some. This is the same movie again,
Also,
but
props
worse.
out of nowhere. Donut out of nowhere and random lights out of nowhere.
yeah.
Yeah, we got like 20 seconds left of the segment.
Okay, so with all this garbage out of the way, we're moving on to... And we're back with final thoughts on this god-awful movie. We had such cameras, because we've recorded this 3 times now, my camera wasn't working, this movie's cursed. We're using Gina's phone for this part.
It doesn't want it to end.
Help us.
So, Gina, what'd you think? What are your final thoughts?
Hello, fellow Pamps. This is a Parnell Animation PSA warning you. Please don't watch this movie unless you really like watching bad movies. I mean, it could be fun if you like. It's laughably enjoyable, so there's that. Something I will say is, honestly, I don't think we've touched nearly the tip of the iceberg when it comes to how bad this movie actually is. I don't think we've caught every single point. But I will say, if for some reason you want to make a sequel and you want to improve for whatever reason, one, I'm going to say, I am going to say, please tone down just a little fewer plots. You didn't even conclude, I don't think, maybe you included one plot line, and that was the dance one. But other than that, you had several other plot lines going at once, and none of them got concluded.
Appendicitis.
And overall, it was just a mess of plot lines to keep track of, so I would tone that down. Second, please make your characters more likable. For the last time, I don't want... Could you please just make Dixie and Goner just kinda likable? Maybe not tell their friend Isis, hey, you should kill yourself. That would be great. Like, I know I'm okay with unlikable characters, especially if that's their gimmick. However, when your main character starts spewing out that she's got courage and hope and whatever else is in the heart of Kandakar over there, you're implying to me that I'm supposed to like this character and consider this character a good person. I don't consider this character a very good person. Especially, she's all like, oh, I don't know, Goner, I'm gonna betray you, goodbye. And Goner's all like, oh, Dixie betrayed me, I'm gonna betray her again, whoop-de-doo. And we love each other. I don't know, that didn't get concluded. So like, can you write better, please? If you like mocking stuff, have fun. Here's the movie for you. Have fun. Bye. Read.
Alright, so again, Gina covered most of what I was thinking. Like, it's a hilariously bad movie. It's kind of on the brink of being totally hilarious and like hard to take at all seriously and like trying not to be a bad movie. So as you can see, it can have some detrimental effects. You could end up really frustrated with how much it tries to do and fails to do, as you've seen with Jack and all of our rants. But overall, again, if you like really bad movies, I would recommend it for those people. But, you know, there's probably better ones out there, to be honest. But anyways, I'll pass it on to Jack.
I have one compliment at least. One. And really, it's a backhanded compliment. This movie is very ambitious. Ambitious good? Ambitious bad? Just ambitious. Tried to do a thing. Tried. I guess. Should you watch this movie? Well, Gina and I have been mocking things for years. It's been our for fun hobby since we were 9 years old and got some 1960s underdog DVDs. You know? And, I still couldn't handle this. We've seen the worst of the worst. We've seen Kiara the Brave, for crying out loud, and this is what set me over. This is the one that was too much. And creators, if you're looking to make a sequel, well, first of all, I'd like to say, this movie, it's a new low. This is a new low for cinema. It's a new low for animation. It's a new low for humanity. Overall, just a new low. I don't know if this is lower. There might be one day. Until then, this is pretty much as low as it gets.
It's really low, man, for you.
This is very low. This is so low it falls off the face of the earth and just goes infinitely into space. That's how it works.
It's low. So it's like a black hole. Low? Is this what this is?
It's a black hole of low. The more you realize of how low it is,
Just sucks
the more
out all
low
the
it
light.
gets. It sucks out anything that makes it not low, and makes everything else lower. It makes humanity lower. And if you want to watch this, well, for the love of God, don't. Because if you want to watch this, you clearly hate yourself.
We love you, fellow
We
bandits.
love you, fellow bandits. We want you to love yourselves. Don't watch this movie. And creators, if you plan on making a new one, I want you to sit back. Sit back and say, what am I doing here? What am I making? Is this something that is needed? Is this something that is good? But if you realize, hey, this might be a burden on humanity as a whole, then don't make the movie. For the love of God, you shouldn't even have to sit back and think about it. You should just realize, hey, I'm making a Daddy I'm a Zombie sequel. It's probably a bad idea. It's probably something I should not do. It's probably something that no one asked for and no one wanted.
Bro, I think we're gonna have to conclude now.
Yeah.
Like,
Conclusion.
Good rants, good rants.
Whatever you do, stay away from this movie.
Also, Mummy wasn't there.
Yeah, she wasn't.
And another mummy left us at the end of the movie.
And they also didn't zoom in on that mummy.
Yeah.
They zoomed in on the daddy, but no zoom in on the money.
I was disappointed. I think the mummy should get a similar treatment.
Should. Equal opportunity here. Come on, guys. That's all we have to say about this awful, awful movie. Leave a like and subscribe to Parnell Animation, because we suffered for you guys today. You asked for this. We love you guys, so we wanted to make it, and you suffered, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to forget it. Until I have to clip hunt to edit this, and then I'm going to have to watch the movie all over again.
Good luck, Jay. Unless I'm doing it, aren't I?
We'll do it together.
Oh no.
Sharing the suffering. Reed's scot-free. He's not part of the editing process. So,
Okay.
also, feel free to check out Gina's YouTube as well.
Oh, thank you for the random plug.
You're welcome. It's called Gina's Funky Music. She makes all our soundtracks, as you know. And Reed doesn't have a YouTube, but he has a Twitter. He posts SpongeBob memes. Very funny ones. And you could find it pretty easily because I'm always chatting with him on Twitter. And I address him by his actual name on there. So
That's true.
So you know it's Reed.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, that's everything for this one. I'm gonna go watch something good. I'm gonna watch Steven Universe. Bye!
Bye. Take care.
And thus, the Jack Chats crew went to watch Steven Universe, because Steven Universe is a really good show.